morning. How are you?
My name is TMitchell. I'm your pharmacist for today. And please excuse me sitting down. I just fractured my ankle. But we're still going to be conducting your physical today.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Do you have any questions or concerns before we get started?
No, ma'am.
All right, perfect. So we're going to start off first by taking your temperature. Why, what's wrong? Oh, and before we take your temperature, I'm going to first wash my hands.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm big on sanitation myself.
Oh, don't worry. We are big on sanitation ourselves.
Okay.
So now we're going to first take your temperature.
Okay. Now, what is that right there?
This is just a plastic covering. It's just used to protect you from any other germs that could be on this device. So it's just protection for the patient.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, we're just going to place this underneath your tongue and wait for a beep. And I'm just going to monitor. All right. So it looks like your temperature is 97.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
And with that in Celsius, it looks like it's going to come out to about 36.5 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
And typically the normal range for your temperature is about 97.5 to 99.1. So you were in the normal range because yours is about 97.7 degrees Fahrenheit. So our next test will be your pulse. Now if I can just have you place out your right hand, and I'll be placing my index finger and my middle finger on your radial artery, and I'll be taking the pulse that way.
Okay.
Okay, so I took your pulse for about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And it looked about that your pulse rate came up to about 39 beats per 30 seconds.
Okay.
And that in minutes would be about 78 degrees per minute, or 78 beats per minute. I'm sorry, still on the temperature, but yes, 78 beats per minute.
Okay.
And I also, by the way, I took your respiration rate at the same time, and it looks like you had about 6 breaths per 30 seconds, so that would be about 12 breaths per minute. And the normal range for your pulse rate is about 60 to 100, so 78 beats per minute is normal.
Okay.
And then also for your respiration rate, the normal range is 12 to 20 breaths per minute, and you were 12, so again, you're normal in both cases.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, and then our next test will be looking at your weight and your height. And can you please, do you remember what your weight was last time you came?
Yeah, I was about 116 the last time I weighed myself.
Okay, so 116, and that in kilograms would be about 52.7.
Okay.
Do you also remember what your height was by any chance?
Yeah, a little over 5 feet, so I'd say about 5 feet and a quarter of an inch.
Okay, so if that was about 5 feet, you'd be about 60.25 in inches, and then centimeters would be about 153.4.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so the reason why I converted it to kilograms and centimeters is because I use that to calculate your BMI.
Okay.
So in calculating your BMI, it looks like you're coming about to 22.5. And
how's that?
that is actually really normal. The normal range for BMI of your age would be about 18 to about 24.9. So you fall right in the middle. Just keep doing whatever you're doing because you're in perfect shape. So whatever you're doing really good at it.
Well, thank you.
And our next 2 examinations, I would need you to be standing up, please.
Okay.
And these 2 examinations will be looking at your skin fold test, which is looking at your body percent body fat, and also I'll be doing elbow breath, which is looking at your body frame.
Okay.
So first we do your elbow breath. So I'm going to need you to place your left arm out straight, and I'm going to lift it up 90 degrees.
Okay.
And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for your epicondyles, and I'll be measuring the distance, the width of it, and from there I'll be able to figure out what your body frame is.
So I should probably move my sleep up.
Yes, that'll be perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
And it's going to be a slight pinch, but it shouldn't be that much irritation.
Okay.
So it looks like these are what the combos are. Alrighty. So it looks like yours is coming up to about 55 centimeters.
What does that mean?
55 millimeters, I'm
Okay.
sorry, which would be about 0.5 centimeters. So you'd be more of like a small frame. And a small frame is anything below 5.7 centimeters.
Okay, well that
So
sounds
yours
about
small.
right.
Yeah, it matches your, your height and your weight, so it makes sense that you would be a small frame.
Okay.
In our next examination, I will need you to roll your arm up all the way, about like to your shoulder. That'll be perfect. And what we do is your skin fold test. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to locate your acromion process, which is right up here, and your ochlarion process, which is like near your elbow joints.
Okay.
So, it's your acromion process. And it looks like the distance between these two are going to be 12 inches. So I'm going to go about 6 inches to find the medium, the middle of it.
Okay.
And then I'm using the same device I used before. It shouldn't hurt. It'll be like maybe a slight pinch. But it shouldn't hurt. And I'm going to be taking 3 measurements, and I'll take the average of the 3, and that will be your skin fold.
Sounds good.
So, alright. Alright. And it looks like your average would be about 14 millimeters, and that is going to be about 24.6 degrees percent body fat.
Okay.
The
That
typical,
seems like a lot.
the typical percent body fat, or I should say the ideal percent body fat, would be about 18 to about 21, or no, 14 to about 21.9. But typically, people that come in, they don't really have the ideal. It's not the ideal, especially here in America.
So should I be worried?
You shouldn't be worried at all, especially with your body frame, your weight, and your height. You fall in the correct categories. I wouldn't be too concerned about your percent body fat at all.
Okay.
I would just keep doing what you're doing. Are there any questions you have about this examination today?
No, I feel like you were really thorough about everything that you talked about and everything that you went through, so I don't have any questions.
Oh, perfect. So if you do have any other questions or concerns, just feel free to give me a call. We'll set up another appointment to go through what your problem is, and we'll just go through any process you have or any questions you have. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask the receptionist, and also don't forget to make another appointment for your next follow-up.
Okay, well, no problem. We'll do.
Well, it's nice meeting you, Ms.
You
Carroll.
as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You do the same.
All right.